Hi everyone, and welcome to Easy Eats with Maritza. Today I'm going to make chili con carne. I decided I'm going to do that. So I'm making it for my for dinner, and I already made a batch of chili con carne, but I thought I'd show you guys. It's kind of a tedious process, but I'm cutting it short for you. And so basically, so I'm going to show you how to do it, okay? And then you take it from there, and then I'll show you the end results. And so let's get started. So the ingredients are going to be I got some like beef stew or steak, and I cut it up into thin little pieces. So they're just like little, like you're going to make fajitas, that's kind of thin little pieces with the meat. Doesn't matter, whatever you got. You can do pork, beef, whatever you have, because it's what you have in the fridge. Okay, I bought some. And then some onions. Okay, and you're gonna just cut them up into little cubes. Sometimes I don't like the onions, so I puree it, but right now, because they're gonna caramelize anyways, I'm gonna leave them like that. Some oil and a little bit of flour, because when you saute the meat, it sets some juice out, and so you're going to put flour to thicken it. And then when you're going to mix the chili with the water and like stir it up a bit, and then throw it into the pan so you can make like a gravy. Okay, so so right now I'm going to put some oil in the pan, and I'm going to turn it a tad. You might not be able to see. Oh, okay. And I have all my pieces, so I'm going to put some oil. Just like a tablespoon. I'm just making a small little batch with and I'm going to put the meat in the pan. Okay. Because you're going to make a whole batch, and I made I'll show you later. I'll show you when it's almost done. So right now I got the pan going, and then I'm going to use just a spatula. So you're going to like cook the meat up to it browns. Okay, and at the same time you're going to add the onion. And since I just used a little bit like that, okay, just to show you. And what you're going to do with the oil, you're going to brown the meat, and at the same time cook the onion, like saute it. Okay, and so while you're doing that, you stir it up a bit, then you're going to add some salt. Gotta have the salt. And some pepper. And this is because you're seasoning the meat. Okay, and this is my doing, so I got taught, but I guesstimated, so this is how I do it. It tastes good, so. And then some garlic, and I lost the little top that goes in there, so I'm just going to put a little bit of garlic salt, just a tad, because you're not making a big batch. I'm just making a small one. And then stir that up a bit. Okay, so right now, again, any kind of steak, thinly sliced. You could use pork if you like, but basically it's got a chile con carne, so it's beef. And then saute the onions with it until the meat browns. Okay. The only tricky part about this is why I was debating whether to make it, because when you stir the chili powder, which is just the basic chili powder, or you could get the California molido, which is ground California chili powder. And then you just, since I don't measure, I pour it in the bowl and then add water to it. And then if it's like too watery, I taste it, then I add more chili in it. Okay, so you play by ear is what it is. So right now, I'll show you. It's brown. Okay. Because you want it brown, and then you're going to add the chili with the water, and then you're going to let it simmer. Okay, so with the flour, I'm going to add a little bit of, just a tad to thicken it up, okay? And technically I should have made the chili first, but it's okay. Okay, so you add the flour, and that's just to the juice that the meat puts out, the flour would absorb it, okay? So right now, I'm going to add some chili into the bowl. You see, that's about it. And I'm going to add water. going to stir it just a tad. So by then you should have made this already, and then you could have poured in there. So see, there's no more fluid, and then I'm going to pour it in there. Okay, and so now by looking at it, to me, I need to, because I put the flour, thicken it up a little, add a little bit more water and chili. So that's what I'm going to do. Just a tad more. You see, just a little bit more. And a little bit more water. And mind you, if you're making a big pot like I am, not now, but I did already, you want to put more water, more chili at the same. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there. Okay. And so you're going to let it simmer until the actual meat cooks all the way and the onions tenderize. You caramelize, tenderize, it blends in. And we added the salt and the pepper and the garlic, did along with the chili, and we're putting the oil away. And my main secret with this, okay, once you do that, usually my family, they just put garlic, pepper, and garlic, salt, pepper, and onion. But my thing is, because I want to use the consomme. Remember I told you guys before that we always use it? So I'm just going to add a little bit. You don't want to add too much because it's going to get too salty. That just adds a little bit more flavor. Even though it's chicken bouillon, you know, you're thinking, oh my gosh, you're cooking beef. Yeah, but it tastes really good. So if you don't want it, you don't have to. You could try it like once or you know, just to see how you like it. And then you just let it simmer, okay? And it's going to be looking like that. Okay? So, I'm going to, like I do with my iPad, I'm going to show you what I made, okay? It's actually done now. Just give me a minute. I'll stir it up so you guys can see how good it looks. Okay, so again, just the beef, you cut it up into little small thin pieces, saute it, and then you cut up the onions previously, and then you saute that with the beef until it browns, and salt, pepper, and garlic, salt, and stir it. Add some flour to absorb the fluid that the meat puts out, and then prior to that, or when you do it like I did, you could put the chili powder in the bowl of a bowl, and then add water to it. Not too much water because it's going to be too watery. And then you just put it into the pan, and you'll see how much you need because it'll start thickening it up, and because of the flour. So then you just do a little bit more. And again, whatever chili you want. I got the one that was on sale, but whatever. It's chili. California chili is what usually you need. Okay. So, and then that's it. You just let it sit. Oh, and then the chicken bouillon. And then you want to taste it just to make sure it's what you want. And then if not, just add a little bit more and let it simmer like 15-20 minutes, okay? And prior to that, you want to make some rice. So right now, I'll show you my pot, and I'll show you what it, what it was, okay? So this is what I made. That's what we're making now because it's a small batch. And this is what I made. You see? Okay, and then I made some white rice also. So, and the funny thing is that my boys are both working, so it's not like they're going to come home and chow down. So, for those of you that work tomorrow, I'm going to take chile con carne with arroz. So, in English, it's chile con carne with arroz. Okay? So, like I said, presentation is everything. And here you go. Oh, there you go. So that's the chile con carne, and then the white rice, and then you could actually, I like it with the juice, the chile on top of the white rice, and just mix it together, and it tastes really good. And again, it's a little bit time consuming, but a lot of you wanted me to make this, and so I did. Again, it's time consuming because you're cutting up the meat. You have to cut up the onions. You're sautéing it. Then add the garlic, salt, pepper, and salt, and then stir it around. Add the flour so that way it'll absorb the fluid that the meat puts out, and then you stir the chili in with the water, and then you play it by ear. Okay, you don't want to put too much water, and then you throw it into the pan, and then you'll see it'll thicken up, and you'll see whether or not you want more. You want to put more water and more more chili. Okay, so that way you'll have more of the sauce to pour over the rice. And if you just want more, just add more. Just keep adding more or less. Okay, and the more, if you put too much flour, then you're going to put more water and more chili to make more of the sauce, because then that flour is going to just make a gravy. Okay, so hopefully if you enjoy this quick little chile con carne with arroz, video. But leave me some comments, subscribe, leave me some comments, or just ask me, call me or text me, or let me know at work, and then I'll just tell you exactly what I did. Again, it's hard to show you over the video. It takes quite a long time for me to actually cook it and then show you. But I mean, it's quick and easy. You just have to take your time and keep watching the video. But it's what, 4 ingredients. So it's Easy Eats, actually. Okay, so again, thank you for joining me, and it's just one of my regular aprons. Isn't it pretty though? I had to wear one. And thank you for joining me at Easy Eats with Maritza. And I'm not sure what I'm going to be making tomorrow, but I think since I made some white rice, I'm going to make arroz con leche, a request from my tia Olga. So shout out to my tia Olga, I love you. And I'll be making arroz con leche, that's rice with milk, or rice pudding, I guess you could say. Okay, so again, chili con carne with arroz, which is chili con carne with white rice. Okay, and thank you. Subscribe, leave me some comments, and yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, God bless. You have a wonderful evening.